they're back. I got thrips again. And I have a lot. So I thought I'm going to show you how I treat them, because my flat is to try for predatory mites. If you struggle with the same problem in semi-hydro or on your normal plants or in general with thrips, then this video might be for you. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lisa. I'm a UK houseplant creator with over 200 houseplants, which currently are infested with thrips, and today I'm going to show you how I treat my houseplants and help them get thrip free, because it's really annoying. There are a few things you might not seen before which seem a bit weird, but they work for me, so hopefully they work for you too. Let's dive right into it. Before I show you my little tips and tricks, which some of them might be unconventional, but they work for me, they work great, better than most of the stuff, I'm going to explain you what thrips are. So thrips are like little tiny annoying flies, insects, which are also referred as the thunderflies. They're going to pierce holes into your plant tissue and they're going to suck the life out of them. They're going to completely destroy them. I never had thrips before I moved to this flat. And I think it's because of the low humidity. I told you I cannot really open the windows. I have one window in my whole flat, which I can open like a centimeter. It's not much. It's not much. There's no fresh air coming in. The low humidity. Now at the moment it is raining outside in London and my humidity is 26%. So it's super, super low. I don't have a humidifier and I think that's why it's hot, and it's 25 degrees Celsius and 26% humidity. And I think that's one of the main reasons I have thrips in this flat. As I said, my last flat, it was super high in humidity. I had some mold issues there as well. That's the reason we moved out, and I did not have any thrip issue ever in 4 years. And we lived in a green area. Here, I live in a pedestrian street. There is no green, and somehow they came in. So thrips are also called thunderflies, and the reason for that is that when they fly outside, they don't like the sudden change of the air pressure. You know, when just before it starts raining, when it gets cold, and we all know like how the weather is changing quickly, they don't like that. So that make them fly a lot lower in like groups. They're going to fly lower, and if you open the window at that time, it's very likely that that's how they get into your flat. More like number one of my advice, I know, don't open your windows just before it rains. They come in, I can guarantee you. Or put some fly nets on your windows, and I think that's why we didn't have any thrips in our last place, because I only allowed my other half to open the windows with the fly nets on. I was like, I will absolutely kill you if you do that, because you can wash those plants for me then. Here we don't have, I'm just looking at my window. Here I don't have the option to put any fly nets on. There is one little window I can open, and that's how they got in, because it was so hot. We had like 36 degrees and I was like, yeah, it doesn't matter, I need some cold fresh air, and then just open the windows, and that's how they got in. I'm pretty sure of it, because that plant, where most of them are, they're right next to the window. Other way they get in, or they are attracted from bright, colorful clothing. So it's very, very likely if you just go for a walk in the forest, in the woods, in a park, that they're just going to sit there tiny, you cannot really see them. That they're just going to get a ride with you home and then attack your plants. So those are the ways how you get thrips, in my opinion. Please let me know if I'm wrong, but this is with my experience how they get in, mostly because when the weather is changing and just before it rains, don't open your windows. last year when I first saw the thrips, and that was the first time I ever really dealt with an active thrip outbreak, right? Before I only had aphids and I had spider mites. I always were the one which were getting spider mites, which were super annoying to get rid of. But thrip outbreak. So what I did, I ordered some predatory mites. I ordered 2 kinds. Those one I don't even trying to attempt to pronounce them, because I'm going to butcher those. Those ones. 2 different ones. They did not really help. They did help short term. They did not help long term, just because it was as well the same time as now. It was like May. It's going into June. It is very, very hot. And it was very, very dry in my place last year. So I think they did not survive. They did not, like the 15%, 20% humidity in my flat, they didn't thrive. I think they all died because of the humidity and the heat. This is not an option for me, as much as I would love them, because that's the lazy option. But not in this flat. Hopefully in the next one. Because maybe if you've seen my Instagram stories, I'm looking for a new flat. Again, it would be the 8th time in 11 years of me moving, and I'm really tired of it, to be fair. It is always such a hassle, but it is a very normal thing in central London, sadly. So we are looking for a new place. Hopefully back into central London, or going closer to central London. So yeah, wish me luck. Hopefully I can use them again if I have a normal living conditions. My first tip, what I do, it's something very, very unconventional, but it works so well. And I think everyone has it at home and they didn't even think of it. My first step of getting rid of thrips, I'm using a lint roller. I'm rolling off the leaves, I'm rolling off the thrips. It works so well. Honestly, it is the best thing. I read it somewhere, and I was like, I'm going to try it. Obviously, do not do it on new and really thin leaves. I show you how I do it, but it is the best thing ever. And then you just get rid of it, and you don't have to wash them off all the time. And it removes the dust as well. So this is one. It makes me laugh, but it works. Guys, try it out. It works. Get like a 1 pound Primark lint roller for your pests. And if you're not sure if you have thrips, you roll a random leaf every now and then and check on the white thing what stuck on it. You will see any type of pests. Just to have like a little bit of a security thing to check it. It's great. It's amazing. I'm going to show you that on my strawberry shake, and stop laughing because it works. So what I do is I'm making it a little bit less sticky, so the leaf is not being broken and it's not getting ripped off. But basically I use my hand, do it a bit less sticky, but still sticky enough, just with your oil. Yeah, you're going to have some hair stuck on it. I'm putting my hand behind it just to give it a little bit more security. And then just... that sounded so nice. And we're doing the same at the back. Great. If you see an adult thrip, I literally just go and just like put my finger on the other side, and I just like it's going to be glued on there. We're doing the whole plant. We're just going for it. The only thing you need to be careful if you have a really thin leaf or a new leaf, don't do it on them. They will be ripped off by it. If you have like a leaf like this, it's fine. You can go like tappy, tappy, tappy too. I'm literally go like that. I had enough. I'm like, will it get some damage? If you're careful, not really. I don't remember who told me that, but I think it's genius. Oh yeah, we have some thrip larvae on there. I can zoom you in. Definitely some strip larvae on there. All squished and dead. That's what we want. Hope you all die. So yeah, can you see the larvae here? It's definitely sticking on there. This is literally my go-to when I start finding strips. If you don't have a lint roller, you just can use some gloves and wash off the leaves with, I'm normally doing just some water and dish soap. This are dusting, so they are for leaf dusting or in general dusting gloves. But if you don't have them, I used my normal winter gloves before. And with this one, I generally just wet them, like nicely foamed up. And as I said, those are things which work for me. They might not work for you, but they did for me. And then I just go over and I just wash the leaf. That works really well if your leaves are a little bit thinner compared to the lint roller. You can go on the stem as well. It's like a super easy way to do it as well. It is very time consuming. There is nothing in there. There is no neem oil. I hate neem oil. I absolutely hate it. I don't like the smell of it. It makes me gag. And I don't think, even though it's natural, that it is healthy to breathe in. And since I don't really have great ventilation in my house, I just can't. I cannot. I'm not a fan of neem oil. So just get it nicely treated. So, but as I said, this is just what works for me. Those two as like the first step. Another thing which worked very well for me is I got the Westland houseplant bug control spray. I got it gifted in February. I generally just spray it. They don't get, you know, sensitive to sunlight, which is a big thing here, so the leaves don't burn. It's natural. I don't know what's in there, as I said, but I assume it's dish soap and some kind of thing. I'm not sure if it smells like neem. It doesn't really smell like neem oil, but something similar, but not as strong. I normally do that in the shower. It works very well. This is one thing I like to use. However, if one plant is really, really, really bad infested, not looking at this one, like to use two things. One of them, which I tried out last year, which worked, but I haven't used it again, was the Provanto bug spray killer. Pesticides are really bad for you, so I'm trying not to use it. So on this one, I don't spray on the leaves, I water them with it. You guys are going to laugh at that, but it worked so well for me. Bit of a backstory. Last year, when I had an emergency and I had to fly back to Germany, and I did not know when I would return. So that was kind of like, okay, I book my flight at 4 p.m. and I'm going to leave in the morning, like 6 a.m. flight. Of course, I come home, I booked a flight, I'm like, okay, I did dinner, I packed my bag, I just quickly water my plants, and then I found the strips. Of course, you always find them before you go somewhere when you don't have time to treat them. It was like 10 o'clock at night. It was 10 o'clock and I had nothing at home. I didn't have any natural spray. I did not even had Provanto. I had nothing. So I'm like, what am I going to use? It's way too late to go to the garden center or to order something. I know we have the next day delivery, but that's not fast enough. So I had to think of something, and I did a little bit of research. And what I used, you guys can't believe it. I used white vinegar because of the acidity. Obviously, you have to dilute it, but because of the acidity, it's going to kill the pests. It is great. It is great for like aphids, thrips, You just spray it with white vinegar. I mixed it together with some dish soap. So I made like 1 part white vinegar and 20 parts of water and just like a good drop of dish soap, and I sprayed them and it worked perfectly. So you have the layer of the dish soap, which is putting like a film over the leaf. You have the acidity from the vinegar, which is, don't do it like me the first time. I used pure white vinegar. I leave the white vinegar concentrate because I was so in a rush. It did burn the leaves, so the pure one, it works, but it will burn your leaves. Just bear that in mind. So how I'm going to mix it, I always have like an empty little bottle. And then we have some water. I already put some drops of normal plain fairy dish soap in it. This is 1 liter of water, roughly 5 pumps of dish soap. And then the vinegar. That's like a good amount. Just stir it. Going to fill it up. We're going to fill it up, not the full way, because we're going to shake it. You want to have it a little bit foamy, right? So, like that. I'll shake it. Ta-da! Just going to spray it. It's the easiest thing. I'm not worried. It does not smell like vinegar. It should not. It should just smell like water. This is it. That's my little secret between this and lint roller. And we are just keep on spraying. Yeah, it was such a weird situation, and I was very desperate. And I did not believe it would actually work, but it did. First, lint roll them off. Second, spray them with the vinegar and dish soap solution. The most important thing there is you need to repeat it at least for 4 to 6 weeks every week. That's the most annoying part, until, you know, all of the larvae or all of the eggs are like died off and the circle of the thrip is like you broke through that. So yeah, I don't have a name for that. Nothing like the jungle juice. I don't know if you have a name. Maybe drop it down in the comments. But since I don't have a bathtub, I just put a towel on the floor. Old towel, dirty towel. I take my plant. Make sure you shake it, foam it up, and you just spray. This is it. Doesn't damage your, you know, your furniture. Doesn't damage anything. Doesn't damage your plant. Make sure you're going to get into the stems, especially on the Maranta, because she was patient 0. Well, still is. No biggie. I found an adult strip on my newest pothos leaf, which by the way is 30 centimeters long. Just this morning. So we're going to give her a good spray too. Can we appreciate her for a second? And she needs a new mosspoles soon. Very soon. I hope I'll change it just when I get back from Edinburgh next week, because I'm going to be in Scotland, going to visit the Green AF Houseplant Festival. I'm going to do plant bingo there together with Gemma and a houseplant Q&A talk, which is going to be amazing, and I will take you with me. It's going to be a fun girls trip. This is my pothos Snow Queen, which I got. I have a video when I got it in, I think, 2001. It's grown so much. I love her. But yeah. If you don't have a spray bottle, you just can use, I use like those reusable face cloths for makeup remover. You can do that easy too if you don't want to spray. You're just going over the leaves. Easy peasy. Look how beautiful. Oh, this is how I'm treating the leaves. We do have mosspoles as well. To disinfect and kill everything off from the moss-pole, I'm not using that vinegar mix. I am using, as I mentioned in one of my videos before, some hydrogen peroxide with water, and I just normally water the moss-pole with it. Very easy. So, and no proper measurements. It's until you have a lot of bubbles. This is roughly a 1 to 8 mixture, so 1 part hydrogen peroxide, 8 parts water. What I would say, and I'm just normally watering mine as I would with the moss-pole, just to kill everything off in case there is something. I have my little cup, which is dripping with some pinholes poked inside. This is all my tips and tricks how I get rid of my thrip outbreak. Let me know in the comments, what do you use? Have you ever used vinegar? Or am I the only crazy one which is doing that out of desperation? This is how I'm treating my houseplants with thrips if predatory mites are not working, because as I mentioned, you need higher humidity and it's not possible in my flat. I 1,000,000,000% will have the predatory mites in the sachet of them when I moved, and it's possible again. So my big Pothos and I, we are saying thank you so much for watching. I hope I see you next week in Edinburgh. If not, please check in. It's going to be a fun girl weekend with lots of houseplant geeking out and lots of fun. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And yeah, if you like this channel, if you want to know more about me and see of me, a little weirdo, a little bit more, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!